No.
Bella, crazy shit like this happens around here, and it does me a lot of good knowing there's someone like Bella to be looking out for a little roulette. But it's also, I don't know, sometimes it almost feels like Bella's one of my kids, where that girl could do almost anything. She could change the world, she could take on the world, but it would also be real easy for that girl to get herself crushed or squashed by something and just want to know she's ready. But
But
then
Bill's
again,
doing this, making sure she's ready.
I suppose not. And then again, is anyone ever ready? I don't know that I was ready, or even if this Lurker Damien were ready, but here we are now.
I've only been out on the adventuring trail for a few months, and these last few months have been a constant reminder that no, I was never ready. But
Do
you
you
just.
regret it?
No, honestly. I regret some of my
Right.
actions, but it's for the better that I was able to go that way.
That's good.
I'm still alive, so I can still make up for them.
But it says her time will come, and I can't help but to believe her. But I am sorry about, kind of saying no. If what you say is true, there could be war, coming back up, and I need all the help I can get keeping this life I've made for myself and for my daughter to be kept safe from war. And Bella, if she sets her mind to it, can do just about anything.
Well, this isn't a slight against Bella, but I'm kind of glad she won't be coming with us for this one.
Murray kind of, snorts left a bit. Yeah, I can understand that.
What's going to happen in that city, regardless of whether or not we get the crystal, regardless of whether or not we stop Cave Lombard, is going to have ramifications. The fact that he's going there already is enough that it might disrupt things. So, while our job is to get the crystal, I promise you this. I'll try to make sure we avert the war from returning.
Appreciate that.
Uh oh.
Oh, what?
You cut out, or you're very quiet.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, my mics. I need to adjust like my mic stuff. But yeah, Murray basically just I appreciate that. Takes another drink. She does kind of bring up. By the way, you went to Mirage School, right?
That I did. I was under Thistlewick, near I believe near its opening year. Or its
Yeah.
second.
I mean, I was around the school somewhat, getting it, just helping him set up. Especially the cafeteria and such like that. And, I know from Bella, but, well, you met her. I'm curious, what's this look like as a teacher?
Well, he's trying. He's good, but it's not the role I think he's meant to have. He did right by me, he did right by others, but how old he's only in his mid-20s, isn't he?
Yeah, he's about the same age as I am.
He should still be out there adventuring and learning. He picked good people to be around him. He used that money well. He found good advisors, he found good this and that, and he helped me and he helped others, but he
I do
struggles to
think.
he struggles to be he struggles to be an authority. He's trying.
Hmm, that's good, he's trying at least. It is funny. Again, I was in his adventuring party from the start, and considering, we weren't out there for that long, it was. We basically just had this one crazy summer together, but, we did so much, and, like, we cleared the ocean. How are you going to top that? We had all the money we would need. It was What more glory could we get? What more money could we get? What more could we possibly do staying out adventuring? I think that's what got Bella down. She joined real close to the end, and, she was there for it, but it didn't feel like her accomplishment. And I think it just left her. And now, any party she starts, anything she does, how's it go when, in one of your first adventures was clearing the ocean and slaying the Sea King? How's anything else ever going to measure up?
It's not really the. I don't think that's the way we should be looking at it. But then I was born under a man of great power, and I never wanted to follow in what he did, so. I'm imagining when you set out adventuring, you didn't set out in mind that you would destroy, that you would clear the mud ocean. That must have just been something that came up.
I'm not sure what I thought. I mean, and Belly or Ray gets a bit introspective. I don't know what I was expecting. When I left home, I didn't really know what I was going to do. Just kind of fell into adventure, and then it was the first job that came up. We didn't fully understand what we were getting hired for, and it just kept on going well, and we kept on being given bigger and bigger tasks, and that was what it was all leading up to.
You know what the strangest thing about the war was?
What's that?
Didn't hear any stories of heroes coming out of it, did we?
Not the place for it, I suppose.
Don't they usually try to make a few?
Yeah, but wars are too complicated. There's always someone who's. There's a winner and loser to war in the way that, slaying a monster or something, you don't have that many people, around bitter about you slaying, the monster's not someone else's hero. There ain't a lot out there who miss the Sea King, but in a war, you do something, heroic. You slay someone, you stop someone, you kill someone. There's going to be a lot of people bitter at you for doing it afterwards. I suppose that's the difference.
I suppose.
If you're going to be an adventurer, I think you're best served sticking to, the simple stuff, taking on the Sea King, some Gaul brute attacking a village, stuff like that. Errant monster, just some mad scientist or mage locked up in a tower, ready to do something dangerous. If you start wading into something more complicated, adventurers and heroes best do to stay out of politics, I suppose is what I'm saying.
No politics in adventuring. Keep politics out of adventuring, damn it.
Just stay out of something complicated. That would be my advice to you. Whether it's war or,
So Lavana slams back another drink.
when things start getting complicated, there ain't much separating an adventure from, some bandit or mercenary or criminal or some such. It's a fine line. Everyone loves an adventure, but it's not keeping politics out of adventuring, it's keeping adventuring out of politics, for the record, is her advice.
Okay.
I want to point out I
Feels
think
like
there's
a distinction without a difference, but okay.
somewhat. Imagine that's your adventuring party, you get a quest and it's just someone running for mayor or minister or whatever of one of the city states, and you need to rough up the competition.
I mean, that's to be a good way to go about it in this world, I feel, is a mayor who's just he's running on the basis that he will go out into the local forest and kill that monster if you need it done. That's a mayor right there.
A correction, he will furnish the police force with the means to do it.
No, fuck that. He'll do it himself. He'll fucking.
Oh, no,
This is a real adventuring mayor. Oh, you need a house done? He goes on a fucking quest to get you the materials.
Did Leon sign up to be mayor?
We're having Murray is giving a treatise on adventuring. He's basically I'm getting slyly called out for fighting the mob.
Marie doesn't even know about that story. She
Yeah,
has
I'm getting
no way of
slyly called out.
knowing.
This is Felina has actually taken over her mind to make her say this.
Damn it, we don't know. He could have done it. Felina can't keep getting
Angela was
away.
the one who brought up the lack of heroes from the war.
Yeah,
He invited
Felina
this.
saw the opportunity. I thought it was an interesting topic, and it was also
is.
it was more to do with Bella, like, oh, there was how are you gonna top that, and then the war happened.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, that probably wouldn't have been a good place for Bella's optimism unless she, I don't know what she could have done actually.
I feel bad for the no ones, just like getting implicitly shat on by that.
I knew I was doing that, but I also
Yeah.
think that they probably wouldn't have that legend yet. If
Yeah,
Oh,
no,
yeah,
like
people don't know most of what they did. Never. I think that was something we talked about. That like people would not know about what Gamble was doing and all that. That was all
Yeah.
very hush hush, and the party like was kind of like, yeah, that's for the best that people don't know what we stopped here. They don't need to know what almost happened. That would not cause good things.
yeah.
can't believe that O'Malley revived the war.
Maybe
I can't
maybe he'll
believe-
be there. Maybe we'll see him in Emberwell for some reason.
I can't believe like Nostrea, like poor little cute naive magic bat Nostrea knows about secret war crimes and is part of like a conspiracy cover up for them. That's so sad.
Damn.
He loves it. He loves it covering up them war crimes.
She just loves her grilled cheese and boyfriend. Even
Who
though I
was her-
think they were supposed to break up sometime after the
Wait.
party, but
Wait,
maybe
who was
it's
her
because-
boyfriend?
Jack. We met him in was it Osprey? Yeah.
Osprey.
Man,
I think that was kind of funny, her being like, the one, for a while they're just the one person in a relationship. I don't know why I find that funny. Just naive, silly little Nostrea has a long distance boyfriend.
she's probably she probably argued with Felina over like over letter news in like magazine lettering. You know how magazines have like readers letters.
I guess.
Imagine if Nostria and Felina just argued in that.
Why? What would they argue about?
I don't know. Maybe Nostria is into anime too, manga, and she finds Felina's
Maybe.
and she finds Felina's opinions just crass.
I don't think Nostria could handle arguing with Polina. They're not far from the same age, though. They're, I guess Nostria's like a year older than Felina. Because Nostria had just turned 19, and now Felina has just turned 19, but we're like the better part of a year later.
Unbelievable.
Okay.
No one asks Felina what was the deal with Fish. No one follows up on that. Probably for the best, but
Yeah, not during dinner.
no one else cares.
We care. It's just now is not the time.
Arius does just wonder aloud, where is Fish?
Where is Fish?
Where is Fish? When Fish
There's
isn't
fish on
around.
your plate right now.
Maybe that's why he left. Maybe
This is why we didn't ask earlier.
In fact, yes. Now I'm never going to ask.
Yeah, no. Elena just says he's a, like, or no, she does what she said she would. Like, Apparently there was something in the lake water that didn't, agree with him. Maybe it had to do with the magic from the Hydra, who knows?
Wait, he went and drank lake water? Just
Well,
like that?
he breathed it.
Oh, yeah, true. True.
God damn,
Got
I
the-
keep on slipping into a bit of Southern when I'm playing Felina. This is a problem.
Keep going. I'll be back in a moment.
Felina is easily impressionable.
I don't have. It's because where I usually tend to talk with Felina is a lot closer to where I resonate from Murray. Like Bella's way up here. Bella's totally different, and it's like really distinct in how it feels in my mouth. But like if Murray's back in here and Felina's like here, that's really close, and Felina's pretty close to how I voice Murray just without the accent, so it gets easier to have that. Like I guess I go a bit. I don't know. I don't have a super consistent place for Felina. But it's kind of here. No, see, that slipped into Southern again.
Ah, there are foxes fighting out back, so the dog is going apeshit.
Oh no.
Yeah,
Put me in.
Goddamn
Coach. Put me in.
foxes.
that's what she wants. She wants to be out there.
Just like Bella. Bella's like a big dog name too. I've known quite a few dogs named Bella, and she has that same attitude. It was somewhat prophetic, I suppose.
Nope.
Poor thing.
Nice.
She just wants to get in a fight. Sweet angel.
Imagine if you were born with an insatiable bloodlust.
Like Bella.
Okay, so after a while, a Yuma official comes in along with Thistlewick, and they say that they'll be able to help you out with getting to Emberwell, but they'll have that ready in the morning, so you should rest up somewhere. They're offering to put you up in a decent inn.
That's much appreciated.
night.
Thank you.
And then in the morning to come meet them over at the this corner of the city.
I'll say, the last you see, of like Bella, is, still celebrating. Bella gets very drunk, is my point, at the celebration. You see her, at one point, dancing with a little glowing figure her size, out of an open, like, clamshell. Other than that, there's bringing back an obscure Party 1 character.
Go.
Yeah, that is too obscure for me.
Obscure for me.
The
I need
Fountain
to-
Guardian. Remember the Fountain Guardian?
No.
We
I
met.
need to-
It was like the Fountain of what? Like healing
Fountain-
or something?
Fountain of Youth. It was Fountain of Youth.
Fountain of Youth. Yeah. We found the Fountain of Youth. It travels around, but
Leon found that too.
oh, did he?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he.
Well, there
he's
was a guardian for it, and she and Murray stayed in touch, gave Murray this little clamshell, and opening it, and the Fountain Guardian can manifest in miniature there, and she's like the same size as Bella out of the clamshell, so now she and Bella are friends.
Nice.
best of friends.
It was kind of lonely being stuck at this fountain without company, so now she has a remote,
Oh, she just goes, hey Bella, wanna hang out? Wanna hang out? I'm not doing much. Wanna hang out? Wanna hang out? Oh, you're busy? That's fine. I can wait. Wanna hang out?
All right. So.
I hope their relationship doesn't get strained once Murray starts aging a bit and is like, maybe we should have been more interested in that Fountain of Youth. Like the gray hairs come in and all of a sudden she's not quite so noble and selfless anymore.
She starts walking with a cane, just dang, damn it!
Okay, so you're all after the party is all over. You can go to the inn that you can put up in for free.
Have the
Nice.
others been put up there, like
Yeah.
Dominica, Arias,
Yes. You all have separate rooms.
Fish?
Yes, fish.
Fish?
Fish. Felina does try to catch fish, at that place, wherever, presuming you. And she asks, so, you, do anything while in my body? I don't know if you wanted to, like, actually see them, might have been a nice chance to see someone or talk to them without being yourself,
No, I mostly just stayed quiet.
Didn't look around the restaurant any or anything?
Nope. Just sort of kept my head down. Why?
Just curious, me. Cats and curiosity.
Yeah.
It kills the
guess.
cat?
Polina, is clearly thinking about saying something or not. And, like says, do you think... Nah, I don't want to say anything that could set you down a road.
What? Excuse me?
I don't know. Just like... Well, you said you hope not, right? When I talked about, believing someone would do it. It was Mama DeBois.
What are you trying to say?
I don't know. I'm just like, do you think? It's none of my business, regardless, if you...
Definitely don't think.
Okay.
Stop thinking right now.
See, the irony is, like, this is all a complete misunderstanding. He is not, in fact, the baby daddy, but Felina sure thinks he is. Felina just says, I mean, it's not so bad. I grew up not knowing my dad, and, I turned out fine.
You stopped that line of thought right there.
Consider it stopped.
Good. He shudders. Good.
There is, like, a brief moment, Felina was mostly saying that as joking, but then, like, seeing him shudder, that, like, she can't help but picture, like, try and imagine a younger Davros, and imagining him shudder like that at the thought of her existing. And that does, actually hurt her a little bit, but she doesn't say anything about it, and then goes back to her room.
Women and their feelings.
What's with all the dads this party?
It's always been moms. So finally, it's about the dads for once.
I mean, I'm also just thinking we really got to get some dirt on Hero's dad before this is over.
Yeah. Bella's
no.
dad is still alive. And unlike her mom, Bella's dad was, another fairy in the forest, and her mom was a dandelion.
Meanwhile, Thistlewick was an orphan, so no luck there.
Murray, both her parents were alive, but she had a lot more angst about her mom than her dad. Ariana's mom was a giant spider, and her dad was presumably eaten by her, if he existed at all. It's possible she didn't even have a father. Azora was an orphan.
Axe was kind of became an orphan.
Yeah.
Like, he had a family, he had a
Yeah.
good life. He actually had many girls who liked him. But then he got Campbell.
Was Axe a virgin before he got turned into that?
He was a good boy who believed in marriage.
Aegis's dad died
Believe in
defending him.
sanctity of
That
marriage.
was super
Yeah.
early on. That left a big imprint on him.
It's interesting which characters have been really influenced by their parents and which ones haven't. Like, Bella's, she mostly raised by a single dad, but that barely matters to her backstory. But then,
I'm actually now just thinking with the Aegis thing that in relation to Bella, even though it's a very different set of circumstances, fishing village. Mother was like, "No, don't go back out into the world. It's dangerous out there," and he just denied the advice. Couldn't live at the edge of nowhere.
The Edge of Nowhere was a really cool environment. Like, just, I don't know, I had a very clear image of it in my mind's eye. I always thought it was very cinematic, very cool.
It was basically, yeah, that small fishing village, and then just fields, like rolling small hills, like a few dirt roads cutting through tall grass, and just that for ages. For what felt like forever. Kind of a perpetual early evening light in my mind. Obviously,
Yeah.
time of day did change, but in my mind, it's always at like a kind of dull early evening.
Oh, that's interesting, because I always pictured it as, like, high noon and almost, like, uncomfortably, blindingly bright. Like, that kind of white, washed out sky, like,
no.
just...
No, in
The
my
sun
mind,
a
it was
bit
kind of
too
like
harsh.
it was kind of like a hazy evening, not like a beautiful evening. One of those ones where there's a little bit of grey in the air.
Yeah, I can picture that. I think I definitely pictured it in a very, like, directed by Yutaro Nakamura, like Serial Experiments Lane, Kino's Journey, like that sort of visual, very washed out in the light.
Mm.
Hex No Lies too. That's another one that looked like that.
God, it's funny that even though it's been told to me, my mental image of Terrebonne like genuinely cannot shift.
What how do you picture Terrebonne again?
Very wide, like muddy dirt roads and like kind of cowboy saloon wooden buildings.
Yeah, I picture a lot of Cowboy Saloon wooden buildings too.
Yeah.
Though I picture a lot more wooden plank roads. I picture a mixture of like Cowboy Saloon buildings with like more sort of Japanese style wooden buildings and brick buildings, like all three kind of together.
Mm.
I don't know. I have this I have trouble picturing Terrebonne like in a well lit day. I can only picture it in this very gray, greenish, like overcast, dusky lighting. I can't picture a sunny day in Terrebonne. I really do love Terrebonne though. It's such a good setting.
It's got character. Arguably too much character.
Mm-mm.
In Rise, his character would be being a bunch of smart asses. The most difficult people known to man.
I collected some images. These are like architecturally very much how I picture the Terrebonne streets. Not like the atmosphere. I picture something much more dingy and swampy and jungly and gray, but like
Oh yeah, that second image does capture a bit like a wider dirt road. Like a
yeah,
wide dirt road, or instead of what's that kind of road called?
stone, cobblestone.
Cobble, yeah. No, the second and third images kind of really capture what is going on with the buildings in that town in my mind.
Yeah,
And like, it's not very organized. It's kind of like everything's kind of sprawling out onto itself.
yeah.
Oh no, it's London.
No, London ain't quite like that. Actually, some part of it probably is.
Oh, I just remembered. Snake, question.
Mm.
You live in Britain and it's English?
Half, yeah, sure.
Yeah. No, today we had shepherd's pie.
Oh. I'm not a big
shepherd's pie.
I'm not a big shepherd's pie guy.
I take it back. I don't know why I said I love it. I like it. I don't love it.
I liked it, but
loves it.
This may be sacrilege. I'll put jalapenos in mine.
I was just curious I was just curious over your reaction.
I prefer cottage pie.
Cottage pie.
It's just shepherd's pie, but lamb.
There's
no. Oh, then we had that. We literally used lamb, so that was cottage pie then.
Wait, no, wait, hang on. I might have it backwards. I can't remember. There's cottage pie and there's shepherd's pie. One is lamb, one is beef. And
Okay, I think shepherd is
I
shepherd.
can't remember. I prefer the one that has lamb, so I might.
Snake, when
Yeah, shepherd is lamb.
When are we continuing Mass Effect
a
2,
lamb
Snake?
deep
Oh
peppered.
Christ, we need to continue Mass Effect. Get back. Once I finish
Anyway.
Saints Row, we'll blitz it. Like, we'll try.
Anyway, that was it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just remembered. I want the Snake's reaction for hearing shepherd's pie.
I'm not big on a lot of English food, and pie. I mean, it's not really a pie. At least in my mind, it isn't. But
Yeah, no, it's at one point it clearly was, but it has clearly evolved beyond that.
Mm.
I really like pork pie. You know, like at least
I'll be right
what we
back.
do here. Some of them can be different than others, but like, you know, I have French Canadian ancestors, and it's a big tradition there. We always usually do some around Christmas and New Year's. You know, it's like mashed potato, minced pork, a lot of seasonings, you know, nutmeg and stuff like that.
Nutmeg.
I think
Yeah.
is one thing about shepherd's pie has always stuck out in my mind, and it's just a very odd relation to have to it, which was Bill Bailey had a stand-up tour where one of his audience interactions bits was like he told weird stories of, like, you know, like weed brownies people would make, you know, what are they called? Edibles, whatever.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
yeah, and he would he'd like people. He'd say he'd have people who like put it in pate on toast, and then he started asking for like weird ideas the audience had for like weed edibles, and the one that got the biggest reaction was shepherd's pie, and that just always stuck out to me. I don't know why that always like was on my brain.
Tortilla. I guess tortilla. I don't know how to pronounce
Oh,
French words. But
apparently
there's
shit's
a
going
French
down with-
word for it, but
It's
going down with
D&D.
D&D.
Respect of being said, right?
yeah,
It's going-
especially not just the French Canadians.
Oh.
I
Have
don't
you-
know. I don't need any of this Quebecois bullshit in my life, even if I'm allowed to say whatever the fuck I want. I'm like 1/8 Quebecois, you know, whatever.
Have you heard about what's going on with D&D, by the way?
Yeah, all the fan works now. You got to pay up.
Yeah.
They're going.
Like,
They're
they're
doing
chang-
the Warhammer route. They're going the Warhammer route of. Hey,
They're
you got-
changing it, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm back.
Good thing we're not playing. Good thing we're not using that then.
We don't make money off of. Oh wait, is nothing allowed?
I think it's like. I think it's vague enough to say like any fan works is technically within Hasbro's right of just
Okay,
yoink.
but what if we play D&D but we don't like it? It's not a fan work.
Hasbro doesn't fucking care.
Yeah, that's fucked up. So many people have like, you know, D&D podcasts and stuff that, you know,
Yeah,
they really
that market is about to be fucking just annihilated.
Isn't,
I think it's-
Adventure Zone or whatever, isn't that D&D?
Hello.
Because that's
It
huge.
started off as. Oh, actually, you know what? Yeah, I'll take the entire D&D podcast market getting taken out if it destroys part of the McElroy Empire.
I feel like that empire's already pretty destroyed, though. Like,
is it?
they do
You know,
not have.
I haven't seen it, but you know, I'll take Critical Role crashing and burning. I don't know. I just dislike hearing about it. I'm that petty.
I can get you. It's like when everyone was talking about it was the only point of reference, but I don't actually believe what I just said. I
I'm
now
just
have to
glad
make official statements in case anyone watches this. Now that
Yeah.
I'm a personality.
if any of our 3 fans hear this and are like, dog.
We're
If
losing
you're
one.
one of our 3 fans, we love you little freaks very much, but we appreciate that you watch Superior Powered by the Apocalypse tabletop campaigns instead
Exactly.
of D&D ones.
Also, Marlo is now like headbutting me, so she clearly wants me to go and open a door.
Well,
No.
Oh, you headbutt. You said that, Snake, and last time I remember hearing you talking about headbutting you, she fucking made you bleed.
Well, no, not like that violent accidental headbutt. Just she's coming in and nudging me like, hey, open a door.
Open the door, son of you.
I want to go
You
fight
bastard.
those foxes. I'm gonna
You
stop.
in the
I'm
roll
petting her right
20.
now. I'm gonna stop petting her. She's gonna walk out of the room. Then 5 seconds later, she's gonna realize I'm not following her and walk back in.
Get back here.
Okay.
Get back here. Come on.
Yep, there she goes. She's walking out the room.
20. I don't see you in the roll 20. What's going on?
Oh, we're just dying.
Oh,
There
I'm-
you are.
Yeah, I didn't leave it. It's just I got back on and I saw the big red mark in the top left of the screen for a moment. So
My gosh.
roll 20 must be being funky.
Okay, so
how would you pronounce this?
pronounce what?
Oh, it's like the Roll20's acting weird in the
Oh.
chat.
Tortilla. Tortilla?
Tortilla? Tortilla? I don't know.
Yeah, tortilla.
Sophia?
I would pronounce it tortilla.
Gilla.
Tortilla? I don't know.
Yeah.
Eh,
It's really good.
tu-tu-tu-tu.
It's just like a pie of, minced pork and potatoes and a lot of seasoning, and it's very good.
Porks.
Good with cranberry sauce or with gravy or with...
You don't really get cranberry
Uh,
sauce over here. It's not much of a big thing.
I recognize it's a very good sauce. I'm not a big fan of it myself, but I recognize it's very, very good.
Okay,
Just
so,
not for me.
You're all in the inn.
Mm-hmm.
We're all in the inn.
And before heading to bed, Silvana actually asks you, Angelo, hey, what if this were to wind up coming to blows with your father, what do you know about him? How would you rate our chance?
Where's this weak spot I can kick?
You've seen
I
some...
beheaded your father. How upset would you be on a scale of 1 to 10?
I'm going to be honest, I don't much fancy our odds. Well, don't take this the wrong way. I don't fancy anyone else's odds.
If you'll be powered up by that crystal shard.
That and the kind of things I can do. Calling down tornadoes, causing storms, all of that. He's someone who doesn't have a moral compunction not to do that.
Hmm.
And he's been at it a lot longer. If he gets started, then we're in trouble, but I don't want to take him by surprise. If we can avoid it coming to blows, then I'd prefer that.
Hopefully we'll have that chance.
I've got something up my sleeve. Should make him amenable to talking for a minute.
She raises her eyebrow at that. It's like, hope you know what you're doing.
I don't.
Yeah, she just nods, says, it's a luxury most people don't have, knowing what they're doing.
Imagine if we get there and just Felina instantly severs him from his life, just kills Kate Lombard on the spot, on site.
Like, he just collapses like in Star Wars, just turns into a crumpled sack of clothes.
Actually, Keith Lombard has
Severs him
already.
from existing ever. And then Angela's like, whoa, you did it, Felina. And then Angelo himself starts fading away.
Oh man, this is heavy.
Oh, Felina, good job.
No, it's just
Who was
he
that?
just does that cut-off thing, and then turns around like, you see what I did, Angelo? And Angelo's just not there.
And here he just goes, "Who's Angelo?"
That's always what happens. Oh, if my one of my parents gets deleted from history, I stop existing. What if you just lost all your genetics from that parent? You just became like a perfect clone of your other parent.
Fucked up. But who was Angelo's mom?
I've forgotten her name. She
So,
never came up, but she had the exact
And
same
would
features.
Angelo become Angelica?
Angelo already has a sister. That would be funny just because the sister was getting groomed to be. Well, I guess the sister would also become a perfect clone of her mom, which would be her worst nightmare,
Yeah.
presumably. That would suck. Imagine has no idea what's going on with Kate. Just one day she gets up, looks in the mirror, and she is now absolutely identical to her mom,
So-
down to the cellular level.
Sweet. It never came up, but she was a Custer, I believe Custer businesswoman who basically her and Cave just made a deal that they would have 2 kids. They basically arranged it using magic and some bullshit, so they would get 2 kids. One would be a boy, one would be a girl. And she's basically doing the same thing to her daughter that Cave.
Very well then. I shall give you my sperm, and you shall donate 2 eggs. Yes. Very well.
It was basically a business transaction.
Very well. You know, no, is Angelo a test tube baby, or is
Like
You
how
know, I'm gonna be
Angel-
honest. I never considered the mechanics of it. I never
Much
considered
like
whether
how-
they did the deed.
I'm just
whether
gonna
it
spoil.
was all done. It probably was all just done with magic and fucking tubes, because I can't imagine either of them giving enough of a shit.
I really like the idea, if Angelo rejected his father thing and now wants to be this like kung fu martial artist hero. I like the idea that his sister rebelling against their, business tycoon mom is now just like an ardent communist somewhere.
Yeah, she's out there with
She's
Cold
also
Daddy.
red. Yeah, she's gone to the cold daddy thing. She has a like
She met
much like
Axe.
how Aunt Kate Jr. took a name. She also took some new coal inspired name.
Axe actually red pilled her. Not cold pilled her. I mean, Axe just Axe. I like to imagine Axe nowadays. Sometimes just wanders off to nowhere. He does fine on his own. He just does it to hand out books.
It's ironic that like they say red pilled when like even if you knew the pilling concept, you would assume that red pill was, red communist, Like there's a lot going on with why the whole red pill terminology is ironic considering its source and everything, but that's just one of the many.
There's a lot going on in our world
Yeah.
today.
Yeah.
I
Many
can't
things.
always remember.
Very
Kaiser.
true.
Okay, so with that, I guess everyone goes to bed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's go to bed, they said as they went to sleep.
It's the last thing anyone says. Let's go to bed.
Alright, I like bedtime.
I'm gonna grab a beer.
Okay.
Keep going. Angelo is.
Angelo said that in character.
Angelo said that in character.
I need a beer.
So when the morning comes, Thistlewick and the Yuma official come to grab you all. Or rather, I mean, you go meet them at the corner of the city where they instructed you to come meet them. You're allowed passage through some checkpoints that some Yuma people have set up. This is not where the public is allowed to be, but you're all allowed to pass through. And
Very
you're
well.
walking up the stairs to a large platform. And actually, we should wait for Snake.
Okay, I'm just gonna 1 minute just grab water then. It
Oh,
will be
okay.
quick.
I might as well use the bathroom then too.
Oh my gosh. It's
Sorry, I
fucking
have to
tough.
pee.
All right, I'm back.
Yeah, well, Sweden M just didn't just decided to go buzz off.
Okay, they're taking their minute to go.
Swede's getting water. M's going to the bathroom.
Okay, that could be of a great length of time in M's case.
Basically, all you did was wake up and go to the corner
Yeah.
Where you were told to meet them going past some checkpoints where the public isn't really allowed anymore.
Angelo just seemed to be on autopilot as he headed over
Yeah.
there.
Yeah.
Oh, was that the same one?
Snake, when are you gonna get a theme song for your YouTube channel?
Oh god.
Like Doug Walker.
I did actually find something I wanted as a theme song, but I can't take it.
Damn. Like
It
Doug
was-
Walker has.
I know, and I'm no Doug Walker. I can't aspire to that. I think I told you, didn't I? I wanted to take this at least and have it for streams. I mean, the title is
I don't know,
perfect,
Ian.
and it's just such a good fucking song. But no, that would be my theme song.
Listening to
yeah.
this, like
that is
walking down the
a good
street,
title. Yeah.
It's not. It's
and
just
you
the
just need
title's
like a
perfect. The fucking tune is perfect.
little intro animation. Has a bit of a Yakuza feel to it, like maybe not the Yakuza, but like that Kado music.
It's kind of an. I don't know what the genre would be. It's jazzy, easy listening.
Yeah.
It's the same group that made the song that is in the Wide Putin meme.
Hell yeah.
I wonder if this will work.
I'm back.
Hello.
You're back? A dinosaur story?
Why did I reference that recently?
I don't know. I just that's the two. No, I can't remember now. The things I remember is obviously the title, roll back the clock, and then the ending. Jesus Christ, that man!
Guy gets consumed by crows.
Yeah, you fucking just consumed by. Oh yeah, and the T-Rex plays golf, and he tells this whole story to a little bird. That's like the main things I remember. Hey, Vince is back.
Oh
Yeah.
boy.
Oh, he's gonna go there. He's gonna sell. Apparently, sell the company. Apparently, selling the WWE. Wonder who's buying them. Fuck, who was it who was into wrestling in the ad? They know.
So we're all back, correct?
Correct.
Yep.
All right, cool. So, you're all walked up to this platform. That's up a flight of stairs, and it's this large black circle with black platform with like a few chairs on it. There's specifically there's a few there's enough chairs for uh all of you basically. So that would be Angelo, Felina, Hiro, Silvana, Scott, Kochi, Dominica, Arias, Fish, and Austell. All right, so there's 10 chairs.
Like, I'm so fucking sorry, but every time I see Angelo's picture now, he looks so
It's
fucking
good.
destroyed. He's so fucking. He really did just go and say, fuck me up.
It's a shame Bella never got to see his original adventuring look. I think she would have approved.
All right, so the Yuma official says, "All right, this is something that we're allowing you to use. This was installed by this was installed by some Emberwell people a few years ago for easy access to and from between our two cities. It's supposed to be used for diplomatic missions only, or for diplomatic missions only. But given the situation, we're authorizing you to be able to use it."
This does technically count as a diplomatic mission.
Right. Well, yeah, and then there are a few other chairs as well. So like, there's more than enough chairs. And one says one of us is going to go with you so that we can explain to who greets the people who greet us on the other up on the mountain that you haven't snuck up there and that this is an official use. And well, from there you'll be able to go into the city and see what it is you need to do. So get in the chairs and strap in.
All right, let's go.
Like,
There
I'm
is-
quite
Hero
used
just
to
sits down, He's like, well, this can't be too rough.
several buckles that you can fasten yourself to.
I will say that Hero has never ridden anything like this, so, the buckling is a bit weird for him.
There is, I'm gonna say, Bella comes up. You hear a sound of like loud bells. Bella comes flying up, a bit out of breath, just to see you off. Goes up to Angelo specifically, like, Angelo, good luck. I know you can do it. When I see you next, you'll be a legend.
You hear that, Angelo? You have a promise to keep now.
I'll try my best.
Yeah, and Bella, has this like frenzied look in her eye, kind of, can't really shake your hand at her scale, but
She grabs a finger.
yeah. I'll hold you to that, Angelo. Carry the name of the Mirage School well. And become legend.
Legendary.
Legends.
No, Bella seems a bit, like her like trembling fist and whatnot. Seems particularly psychotic this morning, but what else is new?
Hmm.
Yeah, Thistlewick nods and just says, "Do your damnedest out there."
I'll try.
Murray is also there, escorting Bella with Roulette, but she is standing back. She has not approached the platform. She's standing watching from a great distance.
And once everyone's settled in and has fastened their belt, fastened themselves in, the head, the Yuma official, presses a few buttons that are at the edge of the platform, and then straps himself in and sucks
Okay.
in his breath.
Well, heroes take note. So this is a nice easy ride, right?
The platform starts to rise,
It should be
and
fine.
soon enough,
Oh.
it's floating in the air.
But right before we, as we're right there, Felina, looking around, notices Murray and, her daughter in the distance, and does just kind of like elbow fish and like just, like whisper, she's watching
Yeah,
from a distance.
he's hiding his face. He's just looking down, straight down.
A coward to the end.
Anyways, this can't be so bad.
Then, as soon as it's like completely out of the ground, completely separated from where it was indented into, it starts to like accelerate fast, going up in like this arc. Like pretty soon, like if you look to the sides and down, like Yuma is like gone. Like you see like it is getting smaller and smaller by the second.
Yeah, there's like Felina's pretty terrified by this, like excited and terrified. Was not
Question: Do we
expecting.
do we get pushed back in our shares?
Yeah, a bit.
Even Angel's hair is down for once.
And the platform just starts flying in this like in this one direction, like
This
towards the mountain.
is the fact. Wait.
Yes, Swede?
I'm trying to remember. But what was this thing called?
They didn't give it a name.
Okay. No, because you said platform and shares and flying, and I was just imagining it's just basically the carpet from Ultima 7. It's just that. It's probably not, but it's just I like them.
No,
It
it's
was
a
a
black.
flying carpet with fucking chairs on it.
How else is everyone? How else are you and your party members gonna sit, Snake?
I mean, yeah, but you think of a flying carpet, it's a flying carpet.
Yeah, look at that.
And yeah, this thing is like rocketing itself up now.
Uh,
Yeah, Felina's pretty freaked out. Not necessarily not having fun, just like a bit overwhelmed by this.
It's a bit
And now
mundane to Angelo, like, he can just do this.
Oh wow!
Wow, he's never been up this high.
You don't know that.
How do you know?
Cave Lombard has been up this
You know,
high.
once you can fly, stuff like this, it's just a matter of degrees.
Angela makes very clear to everyone else, I mean,
I can go
this
this
is okay.
fast. I can go this high.
I can do this. This is cool.
I could have beaten you there. I could have
just checking his nails, like, yeah, it's cool, I guess, but I can just do this.
But he didn't even, like, he wasn't even big on bragging about the magic stuff. That's not his, He's like Bella. Bella didn't even want to admit she defeated a fucking Kraken, because it didn't count, because she used magic. I guess Bella's just more, like, pure and dedicated than Angelo is. Guess we know who the real, It's weird how similar they are. Like, for, being conceived in very different times. Like, they just wound up being very... Like, the whole not wanting to use magic. They went to the same school. Like, they'd be a lot more effective if they used their magic, but... feel like it doesn't count, you know.
Mm.
Now, as this thing is flying through the sky, hurtling towards the mountain, uh, you've
Bella can also fly.
uh, you can like look around and like you can see like you can see all of Bile Deep basically. You can see the trees of the Emerald Forest. As it's hurtling towards the mountain. And finally, as it gets to the mountain, it starts rocketing upwards again instead of forwards.
This is just like one of those like Universal Park rides.
What, are we
I'm
gonna be on
kind
the
of picturing
Simpsons?
it kind of like that with the seating, you know, like just being this like grid of seating kind of at an angle. Like I don't think that's accurate, but I am just picturing, you know, one of those like movie roller coaster things.
Until eventually it crests. You can see the walls of Emberwell as it crests over those walls. And then reaches a standstill high above the wall, high above Emberwell. Before you can see as it crests above the walls, you can see the skyscrapers of Emberwell in full view as it starts to lower itself down slowly.
Or like Scott and Kochi and Sylvana and all of them, like Fish. How are they all handling the ride?
Sylvana's taking it pretty well, stone face, stoic,
Yeah,
and all that.
of course she
Scott
is.
is very Scott's like eyes are wide open and like
He popped the shield.
like
Scott
he's looking at his ring.
Scott instinctively can't help himself, pops the bubble. It breaks him out of the restraints and shackles in the chair, and he just goes flying off the cart into the mountains somewhere.
He's looking at his ring, but he hasn't activated it. Kochi's just got her eyes wide open and like is sort of like, thrust back into her chair. Dominica is handling it well. Fish is mostly just sort of happy to be far away from Yuma. And the others are generally just like, strapped in and very much like surprised by like how hard it was going.
Damn.
And now it's lowering down slowly into Emberwell, and you can see all the skyscrapers, you can see the large buildings, you can see from all the people hustling and bustling about down below as you're approaching a this specific area within the city.